Traveling with Tyler. Last time we talked about cement or the hard ground. Then we talked about bark dust. Then we also talked about white plants or dandelions. And we also talked about drawings on the ground, ancient artifacts. So today we're going to talk about trees and different types of trees and maybe also plants too. Plants and bushes. So to start off our journey, let's get started on this very fascinating tree right here. This is a very tall, structured oak tree. The reason why I say structured is because it's been standing here for, well, a long time. Notice how it doesn't grow leaves, it grows ferns. Very interesting indeed. And it grows all the way up. The branches here are very thick instead of just twig-like. This tree has certainly an oak touch because it is oak. And it's not just a small trunk, no, it's big. As you can see, it is big around and it is a structured, strong tree. And it goes all the way up. This tree, although is tall, it is not as tall as the major oak tree that it's his neighbor. Although, notice the difference in it. It is not oak, it is birch. How you can tell it's birch is the trunk is lighter and it has white spots on it. Notice how the trunk is also really thin around, not like most trees. This tree has small leaves that grow on it. Shall we keep going? Because there's more to see. As you can see, the tree behind me does not have any leaves, just has branches, empty branches on it. It is a tall tree. Shall we take a look on it? Let's find out. This tree that we are coming up on is a very unique tree, different from the rest. Also a birch wood. Its trunk that it sits on is very different. It looks like a twig almost. And all the way around, it is covered in moss. This tree has more of the same qualities as an actual tree. An actual tree that would have leaves. This leaf and it goes all the way around up the tree. This tree is known as a greenleaf tree or a weed tree because when you stand away from it, it looks like weeds. Harboring that wonderful exotic tree is another piece of creativity. A tree that matches up the same alley as a Christmas tree, called a pine tree. A pine tree has the same features as I said, a Christmas tree. It has these needle-like branches, as well as little pine cones that grow out of them. These little pine cones are known as baby pine cones. When the baby pine cones right now, over time, grow on this tree, they grow into bigger pine cones. They do this because nature allows it. This is a big tree. Notice how it also has thick branches. And instead of leaves, it sways back and forth. This tree is, well, I don't know how tall it is, but it's pretty tall. Let's observe more trees and maybe bushes along the way too. As we head out in a different direction, we will see more trees of different colors, sizes, and shapes. Helpful hint of advice. Moss is green stuff that grows on trees. But not just on trees. It can grow anywhere. It can grow on the curbs of sidewalks, on streets, on plants, or anywhere. Moss. These few trees here, all of the same sizes and shapes, are known as disfigurement trees. The reason why they are called disfigurement trees is because the branches are not all the same. They have branches that look different. Notice the loop on some of them. Several of them go up and just continue to. These are also made of oak. Here we're coming up on some special trees that I really like. As I turn the camera to them, they are called purple trees. Notice the color that gives it away. Some people might call them violet or burgundy. These are known as purple trees because the leaves on them are purple. Before we get to the white trees, let's stop and take a look at the white bushes here. Reason why they are white bushes is because they grow white plants. Notice how they go in a zigzag here, leading up to the white trees. These white trees are very important. Yes, they are spruce wood, but they grow. Their trunks are very sturdy and they grow white plants. It has been rumored that you can take one of the plants right off of the tree. Let's find out. Finishing off our episode are two trees. The first group of trees here are tall trees. Reason why they call them tall trees is because they sprout up in an angle straight up. So tall trees or straightforward trees. These are made of spruce wood. Bambuma tree, or another pink tree. This is an extraordinary one. I like the pink trees. Notice how this one is more populated than the other one that we covered. This one has had more time to populate. Well, that's it for this episode of Traveling with Tyler. Tune in next week as we talk about buildings.